So, yes, do you have any idea about today's topic?
Yes, it is something related to environment, climate
Hmm.
change.
Environment and climate change and everything. Yes. But before on to that, we have an extempo topic. We have two extempo topics to cover, right? So I'll just give out the topics and you can just choose one of them and you can speak as much as you want, right? Okay. So the topics are is
Actually,
one
I have read
sorry.
those topics. I have read
Okay.
those topics,
Okay.
and I
Okay.
don't know much more about them, so I will not be talking on
Oh,
them.
okay, 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 fine. That's okay. So yes, let's talk about climate change and environment change then. Okay, fine. Do you think climate change is real, and what does this climate change mean to you?
Yes, I think it's real, and nowadays climate has been changing a lot because of pollution, maybe. Like earlier, it was changing according to its time. But nowadays, due to pollution, due to air pollution, it has been changing, without timing, without right timing, I can say. And yes, it's real.
Okay, okay. So, what are the effects of the climate change that you have seen or you have read about?
Like if I talk about Delhi, so there is so much fog, and this happens because of air pollution.
Okay, future of travel. What can you speak about future of travel? How will the travel? How has the this traveling concept changed in these years, and how will it change further?
It has changed, like traveling things, it has changed a lot, and I think in future it is going to be changed more and more. If I talk about myself, so I am the type of person who loves traveling, and I have traveled so many places of India, but I want to travel international as well. And nowadays, I think everyone is so interested in traveling. They want to see the beauty of every place. They want to interact with new people. They want to taste new cuisine of every places. And nowadays, this generation is so much interested into making moments, clicking selfies, and making reels, and getting popularity on Instagram, on social media. So that is also the reason why they are traveling so much, why they are going to any particular place to make those videos and these things. So I think
Posted on social media.
in future it is going to increase day
Hmm.
by day.
Correct. That is true. Yes, of course.
And I
Like
think traveling is something from which we can also boost our confidence level a lot. If we are introvert, we can become
hmm,
extrovert while traveling, because there
yeah.
we have to interact with new people. There we will have to talk with them. So it will
Hmm.
boost our confidence level a lot.
Mm-hmm. That helps a lot with the introvert people. That's true. That's true.
Yes.
You know, have you heard of this concept called workation, staycation? These are the new terms that we have these days. Have you heard of these?
No, I haven't heard of this.
Okay, workation basically means that you have to, you can, visit a tourist place and there you can work as well as you can enjoy the scenic beauty of that place and everything. You can enjoy the place. Basically, everything is going online, and there have been so many sectors where the people are working from home for indefinite period of their life, right?
Yeah.
So they usually take up these short little vacations somewhere where they can actually work, right? And they can also enjoy the vacation. So that is called vacation. And staycation is where people what the people are doing these days. It especially happens in Delhi and Mumbai a lot, where people visit a certain place in the same city that they are living in, but for one day, 1 or 2 days. So they are like visiting a resort maybe somewhere in Delhi, maybe some 3 hours away from Delhi or something like that. So they are doing it in the same state or city that they are living in, but they are away from their home. So that is called staycation, right? So these are the two new concepts that have emerged because of the social media and everything, and also because of pandemic.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Hmm. Okay, so fine. Yeah, you were saying something.
No, I'm not saying anything.
Okay, okay, fine. What about global warming? Can you speak something about global warming? What you know about it?
Global warming, I think it is warmness of Earth, and um, to reduce global warming, we should plant more and more trees, and that is the reason how we can decrease global warming. And due to global warming, many harmful gases produce, and we have to suffer a lot in breathing and in so many things.
Okay. Warmness is not what you can use. Warmth of the earth, right? Okay. Fine. Let me just ask you some other general questions. Okay. Now, there is a phrase saying that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. So, what do you understand by that? What can you speak about it? Can you give me some examples?
Okay, consistency is the key. I am totally agree to this statement. It means that when we are doing anything on the continuous basis, we are doing every day, then we can get success. And it is very important to be consistent on anything, and that is the only key by which we can achieve whatever we wish or whatever we have as our goal. For example, if I want to improve my communication skills, so I have to be consistent on reading, on speaking, on listening, and everything.
On wouldn't be the correct preposition to use, right? So two, I should be consistent. I will have to be consistent towards listening, speaking, and reading, and speaking out skills, right? Reading skills as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now of course consistency is the key. When you, I don't know whether you've heard about it or not, but there is an age-old saying: whenever you try to perform a certain task, right, for a continuous period of 21 days, it becomes a habit,
Habit.
right?
Yes.
Yes, and the habits shapes our lives, right? So of course
Yes.
we have known and we have seen so many successful people in our country or in the world around us, right, who have been able to sustain their success only because of the consistent hard work that they have put in, right? So yeah.
But somewhere it is very hard to be consistent, because after 3 to 4 days we feel like okay, we can have 1 to 2 days of rest and then we can continue. But after 2 to 3 days we just forget about our good habits and being consistent things. So somewhere it is quite hard. But when we complete our 1 days of consistency, then it becomes our habit.
Hmm. Correct, correct. That is difficult. Of course, it's difficult to sustain for the
Yes.
21 days. It's very
Yes.
difficult. Right, it is, it is. But if you are determined enough to do it and you have this motivation within you, no, I'll have to do it somehow. Whether it's related to a certain habit of yours, whether it's related to waking up early, whether it's related to exercising or anything. So we can say that we have to keep ourselves motivated. Right.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Technology addiction, of course, this is a very hot topic these days. So, what can you speak about technology addiction? How has it affected us and all of that?
Everyone has been addicted from technologies, and I can
With
also take it
technology, not from.
with okay, with technology. I can take example of mobile phone. Everyone uses mobile phone a lot. For their most of the time they use mobile phone. And if I talk about kids, they can also not live without mobile phone, and they want to play online games. There are so many games and technologies also. What to, like
Anything.
but somewhere technologies are helpful, and somewhere they are not helpful, they are harmful. If I talk about helpful, then if I take example of WhatsApp, so my brother, he
Mm.
lives very far from us, so we can talk from WhatsApp in a no time, and it will not be expensive as international callings. They are very expensive, but on WhatsApp we can see each other, we can talk very easily. But there are consequences as well if we use technologies for so many times a lot. Like if we use technologies a lot, then it is going to give us harmful effects as well. Like washing machines, earlier we didn't have washing machines, but now we have. So we don't have to do physical effort, and we don't have to do any physical activity while washing our clothes. But now as and now we just put clothes into washing machine and it get it done. So obviously it has say it always saves our time, but somewhere we are becoming lazy, somewhere we are becoming lethargic, and in order to be fit we go to do gym and yoga. But we are adopting so many technologies in our life and we are becoming lazy.
Mm. Correct. That is true. Yes, actually, there are so many things that the ladies, the women in the earlier ages or generations used to do with their own hands. Be it the
Yes,
the mixes, the spices that they used to make,
yes,
right? The
they
mixing
used
the
to make from their own hands on that rock and things,
yeah,
but
mortar
now
and
they are
pestle and
using.
everything. Yes.
Yes, now they are using mixture, and I think that is good for some time. That is good because we cannot use all the time, because that was very hard working. Like it is very hard working now.
Very difficult to work with.
Difficult, yes, and it also saves our time. So it's fine to
Of course.
use technologies, but we should use with our brain.
Convenience, actually. Technology has given us convenience in every sector.
Convenient.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the reason we are preferring technology more. Like, and especially, I guess, after the pandemic, the usage of the smartphones or mobile phones have increased. Right.
Yes,
Because
it
all
has
of them,
increased a lot.
all the people were forced to stay indoors. Right. So, in order to
Yes.
escape from this feeling of isolation, we just resorted to our smartphones and we started watching the reels and videos and everything, and somehow got addicted. Right.
Yes, it is very addicting, especially watching reels on Instagram and YouTube.
Correct. Correct. True, true, true. And there are several consequences. Of course, we have this lack of, interest among the people, among the children, right? Because they are getting addicted to the technology, to these social media and everything. So there is a loss in interest in studies among these kids.
And now they have official excuse like, okay, nowadays everything is going, like nowadays we can do everything by our phone. So we have to spend more and more time on our phone. So now they have official excuse of using mobile phone.
That is true. That is true, of course. And then their education also is being conducted
Yes,
online these
everything is
days.
going
So
on their phone.
that is true. That is true. Right. Okay. Okay, fine. Now we are left with just 1 minute, so I'll quickly go with the feedback.
Okay.
So yes, there are certain words or sentences where you're missing out on the preposition sometimes, or maybe the correct vocabulary sometimes. Warmness, warmth, right? We can talk from WhatsApp. We can talk over WhatsApp, right? So because the international calls are expensive, so now we have this convenience of talking over or connecting on WhatsApp. So we don't feel the need, right? It has made our lives easier. Framing up can be better, and certain mistakes, certain very minor grammatical mistakes that you can look into, right? So yeah, this
Okay.
was the only thing I felt.